Hello everyone, my name is Josh, and this is the Skype for Business recap. In my usual fashion, I am late. Unusually late though, it's Saturday instead of Friday, but nevertheless, we're getting it recorded, getting it done, not skipping the week altogether, just being very, very late. That has worked in my favor today, though, as looking over Twitter for the last couple days here, a lot of good stuff came out both today and yesterday. A lot of good topics, some of which I'll be talking about on the show. So, very, very cool. Yeah, we'll jump over to that in just a second here. Man, it is mid-September already. It has been flying by. Ignite is 2 weeks around the corner. I can't believe that. Yeah, there's just a lot happening. Fall is setting in. Texas doesn't realize fall is setting in yet because it's still hovering up in the low, mid, upper 90s and just feels every bit of it and then some days. But, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah. All right, good. Let's jump over to our Infinity screen and start digging in because I have several things I want to touch on today, and I don't want to have to skimp on any of them here. So, Infinity screen, browser, boom, here we are. BounSky. I have talked about BounSky one or two or a few times previously, and that is because it is a tool that deserves to be talked about several times. For those of us that are Skype for Business professionals and find ourselves needing to test multiple environments, different domains, customer domains, our own testing domains, labs, whatever, switching back and forth in the client all the time can be a real hassle. And it's not, super time intensive to sign out of the client and sign into another, environment and then sign back in again. But if you're doing that all day long for various domains, it gets very tedious. And Greg Sheridan saw this as a problem quite a while ago. He is an Office Servers and Services MVP based out of Australia. He had one for Link, and I forget exactly what it was called. I think it's on this page here. Yes, in his warning, installing BounSky 2015 will upgrade and remove profiles for Link. So it used to be profiles for Link, and then he came out with BounSky 2015. And his latest version, which he just released, very cool. Tells you, of course, which clients this is ideal for. And then down here, we go over what's new. This new F-Find feature means you no longer need to remember where those little used sites are. A new tab on the main form updates in real time as you type the name of a site. That is super cool. Very good addition, Greg. Thank you for that. And now he's doubled the amount of sites you can have from 40 to 80. 80 different sites that you can keep credentials for and go in and out of all the time. Incredible. So this, of course, I use this tool quite frequently now, and I would recommend that if you haven't yet and you're mildly interested, try it out and you will be a believer. Trust me. Very, very cool. If we go over to the user guide here, he has a really good walkthrough, show all the way from downloading and installing to actually going in and setting up your individual lines. Walks you through what each piece is. Shows you how you can import from the registry or CSV, which is an important thing to do if you are upgrading from that profiles for Link. And then some of your setup options. He goes over a lot here. So, as I mentioned, this is an incredible tool that if you are not using this already and you do test multiple environments, you need to get this. It's an awesome tool. So, Greg, thanks for the update. Thanks for putting it out there. Thanks for keeping up with this tool and making it better and better. So, very cool stuff. Next up, let's go over to Amazon, and there you have it. Skype for Business Unleashed, first edition. There is no longer saying this is coming out sometime in the future. In stock, but may require an extra 1 to 2 days to process. I went to check this because Pat Richards, another Office Servers and Services MVP, and one of the authors of this book, posted a picture today of a big old box full of Skype for Business Unleashed books. Can't wait to get my copy. If you guys are just looking for something to brush up with, or new to the product, or just really want a good reference point, this book would be great for getting in and going over all the details of the various components of Skype for Business. I loved my Link Server 2013 Unleashed. I anticipate this is going to be just as good. Our authors here, Alex Lewis, Pat Richard, Phil Sharp, and Rui Young Maximo, all in very intelligent and brilliant guys in the Link and Skype for Business world, and perfect people to have been authors of this book. So it's finally here. As much as everyone's joked around about, is it ever coming? Is it even real? It is here. You can order. It will be shipping in a couple days. So very cool stuff. Good job on launching this, guys. I'm looking forward to digging in. Next up, Tom. I've got, as you can see up here, a couple different blog posts of Tom's to share today. Tom he's another Office Servers and Services MVP. A lot of MVPs today. Tom Arbuthnot, Modality Systems in the UK, frequent speaker on the conference trail, and he is on new releases and roadmap updates and all that stuff. He is on when new things are coming out, and he blogs about it right away. So very good blog to follow on that note. He gave some credit here to Sean Harry, who, as he calls out, is a well-known London UC architect worth following. That Sean had shared that there were roadmap updates on the Office 365 site for Skype for Business Online. Very cool stuff. Some of this we already knew about. Some we knew it was coming. And unfortunately, with the roadmap, sometimes those items can get outdated and not updated as much as they're changing. And they can be kind of vague. So this multi-region capabilities, it's out there now on the roadmap, but it doesn't really tell you when to expect it, just that it's in development. So someday it's coming, and we can see that it's something that needs to come, but we might just have to be a little more patient as far as getting solid dates and time frames. But multi-region capabilities, so cool. For multinational corporation tenants in Office 365, we all know the problem. These people could be across the globe, various countries that this company works out of, but their Office 365 tenant is in one country. People logging into that tenant from across the globe have to log into infrastructure in that one country. Multi-region capabilities here is going to extend this tenant across different geographies so that when people log in to Office 365, they are hitting infrastructure local to their geography. Super cool. Really going to speed up, traffic and different delays, different things we might come across that are not the most optimal in performance. This is going to help that a lot, especially when it comes to Skype for Business Online. For Exchange and other services, it's like, oh, that's good. It's going to help make things a little more snappy. But for real-time communications, this is huge. So very glad to see that coming. Meeting migration service for Skype for Business Online. This is really cool. I'll let you read a little bit on this on your own if you go visit a site. But essentially, if you move from Skype for Business Server to Online today, you're able to migrate your meetings with the client-side MSI tool. And so that's pretty cool. But this meeting migration service is an automated process that's going to help update a user's meeting coordinates for their Skype for Business Online meetings in Exchange Online meeting requests after a migration to the cloud. Very cool. And then Cloud PBX support for Exchange Server. This is cool. Previously, if you were in Skype for Business Online and you were looking to set up your voicemail, you needed to have those voicemails going to your Exchange Online. You couldn't go from Skype for Business Online, Cloud PBX delivering your voicemail to on-prem Exchange servers. Looks like that capability is coming. Like it says here, provides the ability for customers with Cloud PBX and Office 365 to have their Exchange Server 2013 or 2016 on-prem act as a repository of their voicemails. Very cool stuff. Glad to see that cross-compatibility finally coming out of the scene. So it's really all these changes and all these little things where we're able to now work with online or on-prem and back and forth, and just strengthens the hybrid story and makes it to where you really can have whatever hodgepodge of services you want. However you want to mash this together, you'll be able to make it work, at least in more ways than you previously could. So very good announcements from Tom. Let's go over to Tom's next blog post that I have here. Tom, you're a machine. Thanks for keeping us all up to date here. VBSS, we've also talked about this a few times in the past. Video-based screen sharing. It comes to iOS and Android mobile Skype for Business clients. Very quickly, Tom calls out that, a traditional screen sharing session in Skype for Business would go over the remote desktop protocol, which would be a little more bandwidth intensive than using a video codec. That's what video-based screen sharing is. You're sharing your screen over video codecs rather than remote desktop protocol. A lot more smooth streams and less bandwidth. So very, very cool. He also throws some credit over to Mr. Jeff Schertz, another MVP, for his excellent breakdown on VBSS. If you're looking to really get into the nuts and bolts of VBSS, read that post there on Jeff's site. As he mentioned, it's now in Skype for Business Online and came to the server edition in CU3, and now it's on these mobile clients as well, iOS, Android. Beautiful update. Thank you for letting us know that, Tom. Okay, we talked a little bit about the video interop service that is a joint work between Office 365, Microsoft, and Polycom. This service is being built in Azure and Office 365 services. And he gave us, Jacob Adams did this meeting broadcast. Let me go over here. We click on join the event. Even though the event is past, we can go watch the playback. So I'm just going to go over here. We're going to pause this. So as you can see, you can go in and watch this thing all 40 minutes. I'll let you know that probably 5-6 minutes into it is where it actually starts. But it's kind of a Q&A session and a demo session of where we go over exactly what the service is going to look like, how it works. You're going to be getting an app from the store in Office 365. It doesn't cost anything, but there are licensing components that come into play to make this all work. And the nitty-gritty here is that we are bridging the gap between Skype for Business meetings and older legacy VTC solutions, maybe a Cisco solution or some other solution. What this does is once you're properly licensed for this, your meeting invites are going to contain new information that VTCs can use to go and find the right data information. That sounds very generic, but to find the right components they need to get joined to these meetings, depending on the make and model of this of the VTC that's dialing in. So Jacob does a much more eloquent job, obviously, of explaining all this in this video. Highly recommend you watch this and get familiar with what this is, as it's coming to the scene very soon here. And of course, for those of you that have been following this, there will be a follow-up session at Ignite that Jacob, I believe, is speaking on. So I'm hoping I can attend that and get a lot more in-person information on the service, and hopefully when it's going to be hitting the market. So very cool service. Glad to see it is finally making its way out here for us all. Video is one of those things that I really want to see championed a lot more. If you watched my video last week, then you know about Pat Richards' video challenge for September. Pat, I have failed miserably. I am still making attempts to do video in all of the meetings that I do. I've even gotten a little bit of participation and is a reciprocating action. But that was just a really dumb way to say that. Other people have actually turned on their webcams when I turned mine on, and so we had a couple video-to-video meetings, and it's been pretty cool. So thanks for that challenge, Pat. I'm really trying to make video more a part of what I do, and I hope all of you are getting more in the habit of it too. A great bridge to the geographically dispersed workforce that we are today. Last thing I wanted to point out, Polycom. Over here on Polycom's site, there is this new character called Polycom, and they are doing this little series called Don't Be a Vidiot with Polycom. And it's aimed at giving you good tips on making video conferencing great. As they point out here, Vidikit, simple tips for better video conferencing. If we scroll down here, there are 6 handy little episodes here. I'm just going to play the first one. They're amusing, they're fun to watch, they're very well done, very high production quality. So great job on this, Polycom, and thanks for putting these tips out here. This is a way to get really good video adoption going, across organizations. So let me play this one here.
Hi, I'm Polycom, the world's expert in Vidikit. In inside this office, there is a video conference in crisis. I'm here to help. Want to join me?
What do you mean you're having trouble seeing me?
John, don't be an idiot.
Who are you?
Save that shirt for the next square dance. Those checks put your video system into overdrive trying to make sense of them. They can barely make you out, let alone your video content. Try this instead. A nice solid color is a good bet. And the blue will look particularly nice with your eyes.
It's my size.
Hey, champ. Might want to turn off your video before you undress. Take the tip from me. Solid colors, broader stripes, or subdued patterns work best when you're going to be on video. You want people to focus on you and your ideas, not the vibrations caused by your clothing. Join me next time for more VidCat.
All right, it's amusing. So there's a few of these. I've watched a couple. I got to watch the rest. They're funny, good stuff. So if you've got time and you're looking for a little bit of a laugh and some tips on better video conferencing, because I actually did not know that about the shirt. That's I'm gonna have to be a little more aware of that now. But at any rate, good stuff. Check it out when you got time. All right, going back over to my main window here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope, sorry for the noises over there. It's the end of the day. It's a Saturday, and family's having some fun playing outside. But, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the show. Please share, retweet, and all that good stuff if you enjoyed what you saw today. And hopefully I will be a little more on time next Friday. So, until then, you all have a great week. Adios.